To wind up our review in Chapter 1, we're going to work on translating English phrases and algebraic expressions. So here they're going to tell you what letter to use. Usually X and Y are good. And read these over, number 1 and number 2, see what you come up with, and we'll go over them shortly. Okay, now the key when you see the word sum is to put that in a parentheses. This unites that, makes it a sum. So x plus y in parentheses, and then a minus 4, less 4. 4 less. And then here, 8 times, again, the word sum implies putting these two together. It would be incorrect if you had 8x plus 2, because the 8 then would only apply to the x. But by putting it in parentheses, you get the sum then of this. Let's go on. Take a shot at this. Now, since it's divided, we would write this 6x divided by 10. That would be more the algebraic way. The arithmetic way would be 6x divided by 10. Another way of writing this is that you'd use the word quotient. The quotient of 6 times x and 10. The idea of the word quotient implies division. So as a little review, and I would write that word and tie it into something like this. You'll run across that from time to time. All right, try 4 and 5 and see what you get. Now for 4, it's 2 plus x plus y. That indicates the sum of these 3 items. And for 5, if you're going to sell X number of tickets, they each cost $86, then that would be the way you would get the total of what 86 tickets would cost. X is the number of tickets that you're purchasing. All right, let's go on to our last item. Now, one of the background things in math, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, is something that's used throughout the world so that people, as they list mathematical examples, everyone gets the same answer as opposed to doing it your way. So we have to be careful when we write things to be particular as to what we're asking. Now, sometimes things can be a little confusing. Number 6 is the word we use when things can be confusing. Which word would you pick out here? And the key word is ambiguous. This one came out a little darker. Comes from the Latin meaning both, ambos. And here is an example of what they're talking about. Here is a number less than 10. So there is a number, and we're using the less than 10 symbol. Now here is a number less 10. And you might say, these look very similar. And a good example of what ambiguous refers to. When something's ambiguous, you're not quite sure what to do. But in math, reading it carefully and using the proper signs, you can figure this out. Okay, I guess we're getting ready for our open notes quiz now.